This is SoundOff 60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports show. SoundOff 60 is presented by Merchants and Farmers Bank, where your future is our history. Also presented by Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar, home of SoundOff 60. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Entering week 4 of when the sports world kind of went silent and went to the
kind of came to an end.
We're entering week 4.
Yeah.
And it's getting longer and
It
longer.
is.
Welcome back to the show, boys.
These
Glad
are
to have you with
long
us.
weeks.
Long weeks indeed.
Some long days.
We're entering our 4th week. It seems like our 4th month. Glad to have you aboard. We appreciate you spending time with us here at SoundOff 60, coming to you from our production home at Walk-Ons in Lake Charles, because we know there's probably a lot you can watch. There's a lot out there, even though a lot of it sports-wise are replays.
Man.
But glad to have you aboard with us. All right, Kevin Guidry on the far end, Scooter Hobbs in the middle, Rick Serro here for the next hour or 30 minutes, depending on what version of the show you're watching. We'll explain a little bit more about that later on in the show. Can I hold the table for just a little bit and kind of tease what's coming up?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Coming up in the show, we don't venture outdoors very often unless we're doing what, Hobbs? Golfing or doing a show by the pool. Remember we
Exactly. Oh, that was a good show. That was one of my favorites. That was one of my favorites.
Every now and then, I'm innocent, but getting you two guys to keep your heads away from the pool scenery.
I am always focusing on what's going on here.
Okay.
Always.
Surely the bikinis
Always.
did not
No. I have no idea what you're talking about,
I'm
Rick.
off track already. We're going to venture outdoors. Special guest
Yes.
in the 4th chair this week's show. Actually, it needs to be renamed Chair 3A.
You're right about that.
3A. He's showing you right there. Renowned regional fishing guru and fishing guide from Cajun Paradise Charters, Captain Kevin Broussard will join us later on in the show to talk about everything outdoors, fishing, hunting, and a lot of good stuff. You don't want to miss those segments because I don't know what's going to happen.
It's going to be fun.
I don't know what's going to happen.
It's going to be fun.
With 3 such noted outdoor experts.
Wait, speak for yourself. I am an outdoor guy, so I know exactly what's going on outdoors. So I won't be the one that's going to look like a deer in headlights. I know what's going on.
We'll let Captain Kev figure that
I like
out.
that. I like that.
Oh, my Lord.
I like
All
it.
right.
Indoors and smoking.
Yeah. All right, so a unique guest, a unique feature that we know we hang our helmets, our hats on football,
we do.
Basketball, all the traditionals. But every now and then we'd like to have a little sports, and we're going to entertain you a little bit.
I think it's fun to change it up every now and then.
You're right about that.
I'm excited.
All right, look, let's take a detour because, this coronavirus pandemic has had an effect on Southwest Louisiana.
Yes, it has.
The entire state of Louisiana, the country, and the world. We all know that. But out of respect, we got to fill you in if you haven't heard. Another loss in the sporting family of Southwest Louisiana. Former Washington Marion head football coach Wayne Reese.
I know.
Guy, succumbed to complications.
Didn't we have him on the show at one time? I want to say we did. We had him on the show, didn't we, Rick?
Them all.
Yeah.
Over 25
I want to
years
say we
ago
had
in
him on the
this
show
broadcast,
before.
We've had them all. And he was at Washington Marion when Nate Livings was there.
You're exactly right.
I don't remember the timeline.
Oh, I remember him well.
Remember that better than me?
That would have been...
Early 90s, mid-90s?
Late 90s, maybe early 2000s.
Yeah.
So Wayne Reese, in
Very
New Orleans,
sad,
he was coaching at McDonough 35, I believe. He passes away. And
Best known probably for he was Marshall Falk's.
yes.
You're exactly right.
In New Orleans. In New Orleans. Also, the legend, former Saints kicker Tom Dempsey, 73 years old, succumbed to the virus. He was living at a senior living home in the New Orleans area. We all know the iconic kick, 62 yards. I didn't realize this. The record stood for like 43
It did.
years.
You know what
Think
was so crazy about that when you watch it?
Yeah.
I think that might have been the last year, but that's when the goalposts were still on the goal line.
I didn't know that.
Really?
He kicked that from his own 37.
Really?
Yes.
I never thought about that, Scooter.
Whenever it comes
His
on, I
own
watch it.
37.
I never thought about
Whenever
that
it
at the
comes on, I
goalpost.
gotta watch that
I never
kick.
thought about that.
Straightaway kick.
Oh, yeah.
The flat, the
Square toe.
cutoff boot,
Square
the
toe.
whole bit. It's just the last 2 seconds to beat the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. That was.
Unbelievable. All right, so again,
That was special.
Wayne Reese and Tom Dempsey succumbs to the virus. So our thoughts and prayers to their friends and family.
Definitely.
In particular. All right, we're going to get into the NCAA vote. It occurred. They're going to extend the eligibility. Gather your thoughts on that, the effects on LSU and McNeese and the surrounding colleges, if you will, in regards to not just the seniors, all of them get that extra year of eligibility. So we'll get into that.
And we talked about that. We did.
Also, President Trump, I don't know what he's thinking sometimes, but he does a conference call. I thought you were going to jump in. He does a conference call with all the captains of sports and the commissioners saying pretty much like, hey, when are you coming back? We need you. Okay. Well, maybe it's to set some hope, some good news. I don't know.
I don't know what he could actually tell them.
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Point.
No, nobody knows. You're right, Scooter.
I mean,
the
would
purpose.
they have discussed?
I don't know. Like we
I
hope.
guess.
I mean, this
President
is not
Trump, we
like,
hope.
you know, in World War II, Roosevelt called in Major League Baseball and said in some shape or form, you know, using midgets and everything else, you got to keep playing baseball.
I think that's the one thing.
Baseball. Maybe that's when the ladies hit the field. I don't know.
You know, trying to get some normalcy back, and I think sports is one of the things that he mentioned. He said that everybody does and everybody wants to be a part of. I get that, but now is not the time.
I will quote the now famous Dr. Tony Fauci. We don't set the schedule, the virus sets
it does.
the schedule. All right, we're going to break. We're coming back with a whole lot more from our production home here. Walk on, stay right there. We're back in about 2.
SoundOff 60 is brought to you by Walk-Ons, Bistro and Bar, where great food, your sports, and good times roll. Stay here. The boys will be right back.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
It's the time of the season when love runs high.
Preparing a meal, it's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-On.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back. Coming up later on in the show, Captain Kevin Broussard from Cajun Paradise Charters will join us. We're going to go outdoors and talk fishing and hunting with one of the renowned gurus of that genre here in Southwest Louisiana. Also want to let you know on some of the great specials here at Walk-Ons. All right, we all know we're here doing our show production, right?
We are.
The restaurant, by state order, is closed, but not closed for they're still doing some delivery, and they're still doing call-in curbside pickup. And let me tell you, if you're a doctor or if you're a policeman, if you're an RN or an LPN, nurses in the area, 50% off your
Wait. You're saying half off?
Right. Half off, 50%.
You don't qualify.
You cannot play a doctor, not even on TV.
Kevin's looking for none of the above on that.
No,
list.
I mean, Rick, let me just say to all the people in this area and the people that are in the medical field, man, look, hats off, okay?
Yep.
And I mean, I applaud Greg and them here at Walk-Ons to do that, man, because of what they do, man, each and every day. I applaud them for that, Rick.
Those guys are putting their
Definitely.
health at risk, and they're working the front line in all
That's
the
great,
protective
man, what
gear
they're
and the
doing.
masks. So Walk-Ons are showing their appreciation.
That's great.
Doctor, policeman,
Yeah.
RN, LPN, 50% off your call-in
Wow.
curbside pickup order. We'll let you know about more of a special later on in the show, their family pack special. We'll let you know about that.
That's pretty
So,
good.
hang around for that as well. We'll let you know. All right, let's get back to this NCAA vote. It did occur late Monday after our show production went to post, if you will, for last week. All right, so they passed it. They're extending all the players that extra year of eligibility. Spring sports. Yeah. Spring, not winter, not basketball. Yeah. So Marcus Kennedy and Roydell Brown is not returning to the Cowboys, all right? Yeah. So it's baseball, primarily softball, and you know the like. All right, was in contact with Cowboys head baseball coach earlier in the week, Justin Hill. He's now confirmed 9 seniors coming back.
Wow.
9. All right. Money, add on to the roster, that whole thing.
Does that help your program?
Probably doesn't have as many. Fill us in on how Paul Maneri is going to navigate this. In particular, this MLB draft and who he has coming and going.
Well, he doesn't know about the draft, but he only has 2 seniors.
Only 2.
So only 2 spots are opening up. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, what the NCAA did was very good.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
As it stands now, it's going to cause a lot of problems, though. I think there's some minor tweaks they could do, and they have time to do, to accept the reality of baseball, in that at its highest level, it's a 3-year sport. Yeah. Your juniors are really your seniors.
Really, yeah.
Most of them with only possibly 10, more likely probably 5 rounds of the draft. Not many of your juniors are going to get drafted as you expect.
Let me interrupt you. So MLB has decided to reduce, because usually what they do, 38 or 40 rounds. Have they made that decision? Or
but they haven't decided 5 or 10
Okay, so
yet.
it's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
But either way, it's a much
heavily reduced,
watered down draft.
Yeah.
And so really, if you're managing a roster at an LSU, it's the juniors you need the relief from. More than they only have 2 seniors.
How many juniors?
Only 1. 10. I think it might be 9, but I think it's 10. Whereas he normally would figure to lose 8, maybe of those.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a 10-round draft, and that's if it's 10, he figures he might lose 2. So those guys are coming back.
Yeah.
And yet the roster relief will only be for the 2 seniors.
Yeah.
And not only that, he's got all these freshmen coming in, where he normally would figure to lose 2 or 3 to the draft. Now, maybe 1, maybe 0.
So, Kevin, he's going to have to get a PowerPoint. He can't do this on a chalkboard.
Can't.
He's going to run out of chalk. In regards to figuring, we talk about this in regards to people need to realize these, like Hobbs is saying, the baseball program and the roster, even in football, when they grow out and recruit, they got calendars and charts of what positions we're going to fill here. Who do we have moving up managing a pro roster?
But you're right. Because you go out and recruit different people for different positions. Right. And if you don't need somebody at that position, you may be having 2 or 3 people coming back. It's like, what do you do? Somebody got to play something different.
Coming back that weren't supposed to come back.
That's going to be a problem.
That's going to fill up that transfer portal, too.
That's going to be a problem.
And, I mean, if you look at it on paper, theoretically, it ought to be the best college baseball season ever because you've got so much talent.
You got people coming back.
All right, Hobbs, you're Mark Emery. You're the kingpin of NCAA. All right, I know you keep reporting he hates baseball. You talk about the tweets. What is the one thing, in your opinion, if you were Emery, that you would change to make this better?
You've got to account for all these juniors who would have been leaving at some point.
And how do you do that?
You've got to give them 3 or 4 more roster spots
and more
scholarships.
That's what I'm pulling it
Well, who does that come to? The university or the NC2A?
Well, that's another thing. Ultimately, it's up to the NCAA to set the roster limits and scholarships. Yeah. But these schools don't have to let these seniors go, or at least they don't have to pay for them. And a lot, at least Maneri thinks, a lot won't be able to.
Now, LSU.
LSU can and will.
Yeah.
But LSU.
But some of your smaller schools, Rick.
I bet you can count on one hand the baseball programs that make money.
I know.
The college baseball.
The group of 5 is going to have a problem. The mid-majors and McNeese's are going to have a problem. UL Lafayette's are going to have a problem. This thing, again, we've said this ad nauseum. We get 3 questions and we get answers, and then we get 10 more questions.
I did not realize that according to Maneri, only about half of the Division I baseball programs, which is 200 and something.
Yeah.
Only about half of them even give the full 11.7.
That's amazing to me.
As that number is.
That's amazing to me.
Well, I think in the South, most probably do.
Yeah.
But
I got it.
college baseball
I
is
get
much
it. They're
bigger
managing budgets
in
and
the
all, but as we go to break, 11.7 scholarships. Think about that, Kevin. I mean, come on. I mean, baseball, come on. You're right about that.
Yeah.
All right, we're taking a pause from
Man.
When we come back, we're going to go fishing.
That should be fun.
Virtually, maybe.
Yes.
We're going to pretend a little bit. Captain Kevin Broussard's coming up next. Stay right there. We're coming right back.
SoundOff 60, brought to you by Merchants and Farmers Bank.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
Cooper tires on the ground go round and round, round and round, round and round. Tires on the car will get you there.
Your tires matter, so count on Cooper, an American company since 1914.
Oh yeah, the tires on the ground.
Pumpelly Tire, voted Southwest Louisiana's #1 tire store year after year. People you trust, products you depend on. Come see us at Pumpelly Tire, Lake Charles and Sulphur.
We know heavy traffic is stressful.
So whether you're stuck on the east side of the river
or the west side of the river,
we have you covered at your local Pumpelly Tire and Auto Shop.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons. We want to welcome in Captain Kevin Broussard. First time ever on the show. We're getting reconnected. Good to see you again. I'd shake your hand, but I'd be breaking every law.
I know it, man. Hey,
I understand.
So anyway, glad to have you aboard. Captain
Pleasure
Kevin
to be
Broussard is with Cajun Paradise Charters. Name and number is going to pop up on your screen momentarily, so jot that number down if you're looking for a good charter.
Yeah.
And guys going to hopefully catch some fish in the area, and that's where we want to start, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
The coronavirus pandemic and what's going on. You're well versed of what's going on. Has it affected not just your business, but fishing as a total? When you go out on the marshes and the bayous and the lakes primarily, are you seeing more guys fish or less?
Well, let's take it from the guide business point of view first of all. There's a lot less guides on the water because, like, particularly my business, 75–85% come from Texas.
Yeah.
Most of them corporate. Well, the corporate shut it down, then now we got the travel advisory. So basically our guiding is getting close to non-existent. We've taken 1 or 2 trips here and there. A few local people, the fathers want to bring their sons or daughters out on the water right now. We're taking a few of those. And when you get out there, I actually see a lot less boats on the water when you do get a chance to go out there right now. So I don't really understand, because that's a good way to get away from everybody and social distancing at its finest when you're out there.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not seeing near as many people on the water.
75% is Texas and
for my business,
for
yes,
your
sir.
business.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And we're based out of Hackberry.
Okay.
And some of the guide services on Lake Calcasieu, they're based on the Abear side of things, or out of Calcasieu Point. Their business is probably just the opposite. They're 75% Louisiana, which is Lafayette. So they're still taking probably a few more, but it's still, the corporate side of it is about
I can believe that. And the point that you make is a very good point, Kevin, because when I was actually doing these different types of guys for the casino some years back, you say it is a lot of corporate guys that come in. I had some guys come in one year from Florida. It was like 8 guys that I think my good friend Marshall Spicer took them out on a guide, and those guys stayed for an entire week. So I can about only imagine what your business is going through right now because of this, because corporate America is pretty much shut down. But Kevin, Rick and Scooter talk a lot about not getting, I'm an outdoors guy. I've been fishing all my life. The one thing I don't do is hunt. For whatever reasons, I have a problem shooting something. I don't know why.
Understand.
But one of the things that I've always mentioned and liked and were fish such as flounder, redfish, and speckled trout. And in this part of the area, those are very common. What's, to the viewers, what's some of the areas that you would recommend that they would look into going, because it's pretty good in those areas? And also, for a question for Rick and Scooter, because I don't know what I'm talking about, what type of lure would you use for something like that, Kevin? Please elaborate.
All right. Well, let's see. Right now, we would be having the best spring, early summer on Lake Calcasieu in many years. We haven't gotten too much rain. a lot of good salt water. Now, there's a lot of fish to get caught out there. Turner's Bay right now, a lot of trout. Redfish, the Haymark area, maybe even Black Lake. If you got a bigger boat, you can go down the Gulf Jetties.
Yeah.
Live bait right now, live shrimp is very hard to come by because there's not a lot of business. Like Spicer's Marina has been shut down. I think they're going to start opening back up. They're coming up with a protocol where they'll get your bait and bring it out where you're not too many people in a confined area. A lot of your boat ramps are still open, but some of your stores and marinas are not. Yeah. But the fishing right now is great. You can throw an 1/8 or 1/4 ounce jig head with several different kinds of soft plastic. I mean, they got matrix shad out there. You got K-wigglers. You got bass assassin, saltwater assassin. Those are producing a lot of good numbers on trout right now.
Gotcha. Very good.
Kevin Broussard, Cajun Paradise Charters. I've been knowing of this guy. I don't even want to date.
He's a legend.
I remember doing shows when I was at Channel 7 KPLC. Your dad used to do shows with us when I was down there.
Yep.
You were just a tyke.
That's how I got started.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody knows his dad.
I was only 10 myself doing TV, so I don't want to date myself too much.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, glad to have you back because it's been many, many years. Quickly, how is your dad? I mean, retired now?
Yeah, Dad's doing great.
Cajun Phil, we're talking.
Yeah, everybody knows him.
77 years old. We still have our own TV show, Outdoors and Fishing with Cajun Phil and Captain Kevin. It's on Fox Sports Southwest Sunday mornings, but
Sunday mornings at what time?
At 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock early.
It's at Fox Sports Southwest, so you can get that on your satellite, your dish, and Suddenlink cable.
You know, I mean, other than that, he's doing great. We still try to get out on the water as much as we can, but like right now, we're doing the social distancing thing.
Yeah.
Just because he's up in age, and I haven't. I mean, normally I hug my dad every day I see him, and right now, we've been just trying to stay apart a little bit.
Can he still out fish you?
I'm sure he can. a lot of people say it's luck, but like you were talking about being dated. This is our 52nd year to actually have the TV show, and we started on KPLC. We would go in on Thursdays, and they would break down the studio or set up the studio, and we would sit there and on film. We would talk over the film. And I actually started on TV at 7 years old.
Wow.
Go sit in the chair up there at the little studio. Rob Robin doing weather the whole 9 yards, man.
We can do a whole segment on that. I just remember doing segments, and even back then I was mostly growing up where I grew up, it was a lot of freshwater bass. Let me get back on that. I hear that a lot in Southwest Louisiana, even where I'm from down in St. Mary Parish and the Acadia Parish. Sometimes people tell me, freshwater, it's outfished. There's not any fish out. You're telling me saltwater's out there, but freshwater?
Well, I think the biggest thing in the freshwater side is the technology has come a long way, and it makes it so much easier for the average angler. If you got the money to go and spend $3,500, $4,000 on a GPS unit and put the chip in there, you can find the fish. Anybody can catch them now. And their bass are a little tougher to catch on most days, but like in our area, we're blessed. Some days you can go up right there up the Calcasieu River and catch bass, redfish. You can go over towards Black Bayou and catch bass, redfish, flounder, speckled trout, blue cat, everything. So
fishing is still good in this part of the state.
Yes, we're blessed with Lacassine Reserve, Big Burns, and all the areas around.
So we're still Louisiana Sportsman Paradise.
100%.
Still open. Yeah.
Got to get that out.
One of the questions, Rick, if we got a minute, what is, and one of the guys that live in my neighborhood he loves to go outdoors, and he's got a huge boat. And one of the things that he mentioned early in the week, Kevin, now that there's not that many people out there on the lake fishing and everything, people need to be a little bit more careful being out there kind of by yourself. Kevin, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, we'll keep it short. I know we're getting kind of crunched on time, but bring a cell phone, bring a VHF radio, wear your life jacket, wear your kill switch. Accidents happen, and that's why they call it an accident. Unfortunately, every year we hear of something tragic happening. So just be safe on the water. Yes, be safe.
Yeah.
Right. For the folks watching the 60-minute version of the show, Kevin's going to be back for a longer version. We'll get into some more outdoor stuff. Glad to have you aboard. We're coming
Thank you. Always.
Coming back to walk-ons in about 2 minutes. Stay right there.
You can count carbs, you can count calories, but it only counts if the beer tastes good. Introducing St. Archer Gold, the ultimate light beer with 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. St. Archer Gold.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-On's.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
You can count carbs, you can count calories, but it only counts if the beer tastes good. Introducing St. Archer Gold, the ultimate light beer with 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. St. Archer Gold.
All right, welcome back to the show. Coming to you from Walk-Ons, we want to welcome back Captain Kevin Broussard from Cajun Paradise Charters, based down in Hackberry. Is that
yes,
right?
sir,
Kevin?
Hackberry.
Where else would he be?
Where else? Down on the bayou. All right. His number and his name will appear on the screen. You can jot that down. You can call him because, gosh dog it, he wants to bring you out and catch some fish, be it salt, primarily salt, or you'll do a little freshwater.
We'll do a little freshwater. On a normal year, you know, in springtime, I'll guide a couple trips on either Toledo Bend or Lake Sam Rayburn, and if somebody wants to do some freshwater, we'll run down to Black Bayou and catch a few bass. So we try to accommodate you for whatever you want to do.
What's the biggest difference? I'm going to ask the
jump in
naive. The biggest difference in saltwater and freshwater fishing.
I personally think most days saltwater fish are a little easier to catch. And plus, you can throw a live shrimp and catch a speckled trout, a redfish, or a flounder. Whereas if you go throw a live shiner at Toledo, you're going to catch a, a white perch more than likely, or a real small bass. So
I like good question.
That was a good question from the golfer guy.
Excellent work there. You know, we talked about this area in the previous segment about Sportsman's Paradise. There's still a lot of you mentioned about the intrusion of fresh water into salt. Explain that to the novice in regards to how that's going to affect the saltwater species.
Well, like basically, you need shrimp, you need bait fish for, keep your saltwater fish around. Well, them years whenever we get floods, or even when a hurricane comes and we catch 15 inches of rain, it floods basically the whole estuary down to Turner's Bay, or sometimes I've even seen south end of Big Lake be really fresh. And if you don't have the shrimp in there, the fish are going to leave.
Right.
The fish follow it out. Like this year, we haven't had those big rains, heavy floods. Inch here, inch there is not too bad. Well, right now we've got saltwater all the way up in Preon Lake. There's trout and redfish in Preon Lake right now.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing.
All right, here's the biggie.
Did you understand?
Yes,
Okay,
I did. It dilutes the water.
There you go. Well, fish follow the bait.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, the food chain, if you will. Go ahead, Charles.
Speaking of bait.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of.
I don't do a lot of outdoor activities, but I do get trapped into commercials for them. And they remind me of my golf commercials, this magic wedge that you cannot leave a ball in the trap. Are fish that smart to know the difference in a lure, that this lure will make this fish, or is that just BS?
I don't know that there's a certain bait that'll always make them bite, because, like somebody will be throwing a blue and pink bait that'll have, let's just say, culprit on the side, and somebody will have a blue and pink bait that says Bass Assassin. That one guy's just out fishing them with the same bait. That fish ain't reading it, but, I think if, a fish wouldn't get caught if he didn't open his mouth, but you got to put a bait out there to entice them. I don't think there's a certain magic bait that'll make them eat at any particular time. I mean, live baits, if you can't catch them on live bait, you're not going to catch them. Sometimes they just don't eat.
Yeah.
So,
Kevin Broussard, Captain Kevin Broussard from Cajun Paradise Charters, based down in Hackberry. You've been doing this. You said you were doing television since your dad, Cajun Phil, started since you were 7.
Yeah.
I mean, that might set a television record. We've been doing this show for 25 years, and we thought we set the record. You've been doing, your dad and you've been doing this show or some type of television form and outdoors for 52
52 years, yes, sir.
52 years.
And at the peak, before my mother had got sick and had a massive stroke, we were actually on the Outdoor Channel all 52 weeks. We would do 26 weeks of fishing and 26 weeks of hunting, traveling around from South America to Alaska to Wisconsin. I mean, we've been all over the world doing some kind of hunting or fishing. And then, like I said, when my mother got sick and passed away, we curtailed it down to just a regional show again.
Yeah, and on Fox
Yes,
Southwest.
Sir. Yes,
so
sir.
check that out Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. Fox Southwest. You can pick it up on satellite or your Suddenlink cable system. You can find it. You can see the show, which is called
Outdoors and Fishing with Cajun Phil and Captain
Kevin.
Kevin.
My gosh, what some memories are coming back here. I'm going to get into some. I'm going to pick your brain about old stories with your dad and all. First off, though, fishing, good performance fishing. Okay.
Performance.
Well, that'd be those
Like tournament angling and such?
the
Yes.
Bass Masters and the guys that performance fishing.
Okay.
Look, somebody would want to think it's trial and error. It is a lot like regular sports, a lot of fundamentals, right? You've got to learn the skill. But some of it, though, Kevin, isn't a little bit trial and error? Let me try this. Doesn't work. Let me try this.
I would have to say it's a lot fundamental. If you don't, you got to be good at it, but yet it takes practice. Just like sports, you're not going to go out there and just be the greatest baseball player. You might have natural talent, but you got to work at it. I'm not saying fishermen go to the gym and work out, but yet if you're on your feet 7 days in a row, 10 hours a day, that takes a little bit of
have some stamina.
You got to. Yeah. And like these bass pros, they travel on a normal, when not in a pandemic, they travel from location to location. They're on the road for like months at a time. Yeah. You just travel from this venue to that venue to that venue.
Yeah. Like a pro golfer.
So that's it.
Like a pro golfer.
That's it. When you now, the only difference, you get in your truck and you drag your boat. You don't get on the jet and fly.
All right, answer this. One of the things that has kept me out of the great outdoors, I guess particularly fishing, it seems like an inordinate amount of it happens at like 5:30 and 6 a.m., which is not happening for me. Why is that? The fish, they don't sleep, do they?
I wouldn't say they sleep because we do really good fishing at night sometimes. But usually that early morning out there, especially on Big Lake, that first 30 minutes to an hour, the wind's a little lighter.
Sunlight?
Yes, sir. I'm talking like when you're out, most days we leave our dock when you can barely see, safe light to see, and we're pulling up on the first spot, watching the sunrise, and we catch most of our fish a lot of times in that first 30 minutes to an hour. So
there you go. Or late afternoon sometimes.
Yeah, late afternoons also.
Afternoon.
But it also has a lot to do with the moon phase.
Yeah.
I mean, like on a full moon, the fish will bite very good in the middle of the day, and then they'll bite really good at night. So you got a first quarter. I actually have a lot of my clientele that, they'll call to book a trip, and they'll be like, oh, I can't do that weekend. That's a full moon. Or I can't do, that because it's no moon.
Write some of this down, reporter boy.
Wait, we're going to have to get him out there on a 70-degree day at about 11 when they're eating.
Oh, he'd love
and bring
that.
you fishing.
Oh, he'd love that. Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
And the ice chest won't be full of fish.
Yeah.
You saying there'd be adult beverages?
Well, it'd be that 12-ounce kind, that 12-ounce weight. That's always a keeper, right?
Man.
Captain Kevin Broussard, first time ever on the show. This can't be the last.
No, and I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time with you guys.
All right. You're out with your dad, Cajun Phil. Was there, when you were a youngster, because I know I did it to my dad, doggone it, was there any time that you reared back and hooked his ear or hooked his shirt? Come on, you gotta spill the beans.
I probably hooked him a time or two, none that I really remember, but growing up, I remember getting hooks in me, just, little kid bouncing around the boat. Of course, you're running around barefoot, and of course, there wasn't no going to the land getting it cut out. Dad's like, lay down, hold on, we're going to dig this thing out. He'd poke it all the way through, cut the hook, and then back it back out. You're tough.
I have heard, and you have probably hosted some, I have heard some pretty big names, either corporate captains or, well-known people would come down here for the fishing and the duck hunting, in particular geese and duck and things of that nature. Which somebody that you want to do a little name dropping, if you will?
Well, like on the fishing side of things, Bill Dance come down a couple years ago, did a show with us. We personally haven't taken a lot of notoriety celebrities out duck and goose hunting. They go to some of your little upper end camps and private lodges and such. But we're the Sportsman's Paradise. I mean, we roll from, like, as a fishing guide, normally whenever we start getting a little wore out on the fishing, man, duck season kicks off.
Yeah.
And that's another 4 o'clock sport. That he would not be interested in.
You know, I know it's about him. I did actually go on a duck hunting trip one time with some friends. I didn't quite make the duck hunting because it wasn't even light yet. They were trying to wake my butt up.
What were you doing?
Y'all go ahead and tell me how it went.
A cabin or something. I just slept in.
Oh, you slept in. Yeah. Late night of boo-ray or poker or something.
Yeah. Probably both, you know.
But you do both. If you had to choose one, fishing or hunting?
Fishing. But like I said, once a guide starts getting a little tired of the summertime, then it goes into the early winter, we're ready for a break. Well, that rolls into the duck and goose hunting. We got 2.5, 3 months of that. We roll out of that back into fishing again.
Speaking of that, Kevin, are the duck numbers?
I was going to ask
Are they getting down? I hear. I mean, of course, the state and federal mandates on the limits seem outrageously low. I don't know enough about it, but are the numbers of ducks decreasing?
Yeah, and I mean the duck numbers are way down. Goose population's going, out of the sky. But I think one of the biggest things in our area is we don't agriculture the same way. We don't plant as much rice, grow as much rice. We're growing more sugar cane. We haven't had as hard of winters. The birds aren't quite migrating down. There's research that says that once they do that several years in a row, then their young don't even know to come down here.
Yeah.
That's way over my head. I just go out there in the morning and hope they fly good.
Hope they fly. All right, I got to shoot this at you as we finish, and we're going to bring Captain Kevin back. If somebody's going fishing this weekend, and give them the hot spot right now and the hot lure to go to.
Tell you what, I would go to Turner's Bay right now and pick any kind of soft plastic on an 1/8 ounce yellowmouth jig head. Go out there, and I'm telling you, look for some birds. You'll catch some trout.
Okay, that one got by me. What head?
Yellowmouth jig head. It's a type of jig head that's made right over here in
jig.
Jig head. Yes, sir.
You need to take notes on
he's
that.
taking. You're not going anyway.
It's too early for him. Captain Kevin Broussard, Cajun Paradise Charters down in Hackberry. You saw his number. Jot that down. Give him a call. He'll treat you to a great time.
This was fun, Kevin.
Thank y'all very much. Normally I'd reach over and shake your hand, but
hey, do that. For all of us here, give our best to Cajun Phil.
We'll do.
Pass along our best wishes. Stay healthy, all right?
Yes,
Especially
sir.
out on the water. We'll take a pause. We're coming back to walk-ons in a bit. Coming right back.
It's the time of the season when love runs high.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-ons.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable, Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons. Welcome back to the show. This has been a lively show. Great show. Look, You know, there's no sports being played. Come to SoundOff 60. We're going to keep you entertained.
We'll bring it to you. I promise you that.
Oh, I like that. We're going to bring it to you.
Yes, we will.
We're going to bring it to you. Hey, speaking of bringing it to you, great segue.
Ricky, I'm on top of things, man. I'm telling you.
They're going to bring you great food, especially with the call-in pickup curbside service. There's a family menu special.
Wow.
I've got to refer to the notes
wow.
because I want to get it right. All right. So there's a special family-style menu. You can pick one app, and I can't run them all down. There are about 6 different apps you can pick. 4 entrees for family. Cost of $35.
Really?
Tax. Yeah, $35 without tax. So you've got 5 different entrees you can pick, and then you've got sides. You get one side for everybody, or one of the entrees on the special family-style menu, and one
That's a pretty good deal, Rick.
to share for $35.
You can't beat that, man.
But not on delivery.
Good deal.
Call in, pick up curbside service here at Walk-Ons. Great Louisiana food.
Whoa,
I know the rest. Huh?
On the appetizers?
Yeah, you got
Sliders are on there, and they brought back, what did Dustin call it? The chicken McAdoo or something like that. There's a special fried chicken with mashed potatoes.
Wow.
The only Walk-Ons that serves it is
it's right here.
Call, ask about the special chicken mashed potato.
They always have something special going on here at this Walk-Ons. Always, man.
Woo! All right. Next week,
making me hungry already.
On the show, former McNeese defensive end, All-America. Remember this guy, Chris Livings, will be on the show for a couple of segments. We're going to talk about his preparation and his hopes and dreams for the next level to play on Sunday.
That's a big time for any young man in that position.
Is back
Definitely.
in the area, so we'll talk with him. And of course, we're getting geared up for the NFL draft, gentlemen.
It's coming.
We are getting geared up for that, indeed. All right. All right. Trump conference call with all the commissioners. I call them the captains of sport.
Look.
Hey, WWE, Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon.
Was in on the call.
Yeah.
I didn't know the WWE was in that classification of sport, but
apparently
sports entertainment it is.
Look.
Now, maybe it was the XFL too. All right, he kind of runs the XFL, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
No, he was there. He was there with the WWE, whatever they call it.
Well, the guy from MMA was there also on the call too.
Well, okay, yeah, Dana White. Right.
Dana White was on the call also.
Are we to the point on this panel that we're watching the WWE?
I'm not there yet.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know.
Hey, I have nephews that love it, man, so I can't comment on that, okay?
That's fine.
I can't comment on it. I have nephews that love it. I can't comment on that.
I know adults that do. And I don't understand that.
I can't comment on that.
I'm gonna. About 5th, 6th grade.
I saw a couple of replay clips.
I went
over the weekend. It was Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, and he got some assists from Andre the Giant, but he picked him up. Andre the Giant? I mean, these guys are.
I'm gonna tell you guys when I first watched it, because I thought the guy was just so animated and everything, and y'all may know who I'm talking about, Junkyard Dog.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That's what made me watch it. Was him. He made me watch it.
Southern style.
Yeah. He made me watch it, Rick.
Let's stop it here. Let's save that for the next couple of weeks. Because we can go down memory lane on what? Roddy Piper? I'd have to jog my memory on a couple of those guys. We'll save that for another show because, oh my gosh.
Nature Boy? Yeah.
Ric Flair.
Know them all.
I saw a documentary on Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah. That was. That 30 for 30, Rick?
It was kind of depressing.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I'm going to tell you the story of the one professional wrestling show I covered.
Are you serious? It had to have been in town.
In the next couple of weeks.
It had to have been here in town.
When I was in Florida, I did a one-on-one sit-down with Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, big man, and let me tell you, you know the old cuts on the head to the bleed?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing fake about that. The man was scarred up pretty bad.
Yeah.
For another time, we'll get into that. All right. Earlier in the week, they replayed the Saints and Falcons, the Katrina game.
They did.
Steve Gleason, the block punt.
The block punt.
Touchdown. The emotion of that. Talk about memories.
If y'all remember, the three of us watched that game together. We had just taped the show at another sports bar, and we.
Oh, Scooter, you were right, Scooter.
Year 2005.
Scooter's right.
Oh, it would have been
Katrina?
2006.
No.
2005.
Scooter's right.
Right. So it was the year
Scooter's
after.
right.
Oh my gosh.
I do remember.
Every time the highlights, pieces of that game. If you're a Saints fan, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
You got to watch it.
I mean, it is.
That's unreal.
It's called the Rebirth game.
Yeah.
And it really was.
It definitely was.
It was just such an emotional moment. And you know, I guess for Saints fans it was great that the Falcons were but that was almost like pro wrestling.
Yeah.
There wasn't no way the Falcons were winning that game.
Wasn't happening, Scooter. It was not going to happen.
It almost seemed scripted. I'm
no,
kidding.
it was not going to happen.
Think about the perspective of that. And look, I don't want to bring it down or anything.
Yeah.
But the dome, people dying in the dome
that's what
because of
made
Katrina.
Exactly. That's what made it.
The dome was such a symbol for the hopelessness of Katrina.
You're right.
And
exactly.
for it to get ready in 1 year, be ready to come back, that was amazing.
Because the roof was damaged, destroyed.
Oh, it was bad.
The whole interior was just a triage.
Inside stuff was falling from the ceilings and everything.
That wasn't a triage center. That was worse than
triage. I can come up with adjectives. I don't want to do that. But some of the memories that we can show and tell our younger kids. I remember the coverage. And again, I don't want to be morbid, but bodies floating in the streets of New Orleans, floating. In the context of what you're talking about, the rebirth of the dome, the city.
Yeah.
It
was sad.
That emblem.
It was sad.
That emblem, that fleur-de-lis emblem.
The dome being ready kind of symbolized New Orleans to come back. But also, remember, directly in the months after Katrina, there was no guarantee the Saints were ever coming back to New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, that dumbass San Antonio.
Yeah, they had a deal up moving the team, to San Antonio. You're right about that.
We kind of polled ourselves way back then, and I don't know if we were all sure that Tom Benson wasn't going to drag that franchise.
Well,
if he was going to move to San Antonio temporarily.
Benson got a little more cognizant of his legacy.
Yeah.
But at that point, I'm convinced he wanted to move that team.
He was looking at the money side of it.
Paul Tagliabue
kept the Saints in New Orleans.
He drew the line. And it
you
was
guys stand in New Orleans.
Somewhere in the CBD or around Rampart or whatever, he drew the line on the streets of New Orleans and said, you cannot cross these lines. The history of that.
Still get mad. Saints fans can thank Paul Tagliabue.
Oh, big time.
But you know who his point man was at the time?
Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
Was the point man on
You're right.
He was that first lieutenant.
You're right.
You
You're right.
First lieutenant. So if you saw it earlier in the week, I'm sure you enjoyed the block putt by Gleason, who probably helped me. Played a year or two thereafter, and then retired, and then he had the illness.
Yeah.
I don't think that was his last game or his last season. I don't think
so. No.
I don't know. It was shortly after though, Rick, if I'm not mistaken though.
Yeah. And you know, think about that because I remember it popped up. Oh, speaking of replays.
Which one are you bringing up?
Last week, one of the first replays on Fox. What do they run? The Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. And I sat through the whole thing again.
Did you really?
The collapse.
And the interference. And it still looked the same.
He still missed it, whiffed it.
It looked even worse.
It didn't change, Rick. It still looked the same. It didn't change, Rick. It still looked the same, man. Wow.
Kevin, from a defensive back standpoint,
wow.
I still have to shake my head.
I do too. I mean, I don't know what
was he thinking?
I mean, you know, if you
Marcus Williams, what was he thinking?
Not to get the interference, but dude, you practice this every day in drills. You are professional. I got to let it go, Rick. That wasn't supposed to happen.
I know they had to replay it.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
It was a great game. Drew Brees, what a second half he had.
Yeah.
It was a terrible first half, if you recall. The second half in that fourth quarter was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like 12 or 13. Unbelievable game, and then on one play.
Phew.
Wow.
Speaking of the Gleason thing, though, you know what I didn't realize? If you go, there's a statue of it outside the dome now.
Yeah.
But if you go there, the Falcons punter is generic.
Generic, yeah.
The Falcons would not let them.
Would not let them do it.
Put like a Falcon helmet on the punter.
Yeah, the Atlanta Falcons.
Everybody know who it was. I mean,
pause. We're coming back down. We'll wrap it up and walk on. Stay right there.
You can count carbs. You can count calories. But it only counts if the beer tastes good. Introducing St. Archer Gold, the ultimate light beer with 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. St. Archer Gold.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations: checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
You can count carbs, you can count calories, but it only counts if the beer tastes good. Introducing St. Archer Gold, the ultimate light beer with 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. St. Archer Gold.
All right, welcome back to the show. Want to remind you, walk-ons, pick up curbside service, 50% off the tickets for police, doctors, RN nurses, LPN nurses, 50%.
That's great though, Rick, man, because of what they do.
Woo!
I mean,
all right.
keeping
also,
us safe.
When you do call in, ask them about their family menu special. $35 for an app, some entrees, and some side dishes. You can't
I think Scooter's calling in after the show, to be honest with you. I think he's calling in after the show.
If he does a family, you think he's going to invite us?
Oh, he's doing a family, I promise you.
Yeah, he's doing a family. He's going to stick it all in the refrigerator and eat on it all week.
Scooter's doing the
One
family.
bit.
Scooter's doing the family, I'm telling
I
you.
don't blame
Yeah.
him one bit. All right, gentlemen, look, the sports world went silent, went to the sidelines. We're in week 4. Now there's Dabo Sweeney, there's coaches here and there.
Yeah.
We're confident college football will start on time. The NFL, we're confident. You know what? Nobody knows. What did Dr. Fauci say? We don't set the schedule. The virus.
The virus does.
But you know what? I'm gonna posit out there.
Yeah.
You say Dabo's confident.
What else are they gonna say?
You're finding out who are the half full guys and glass half empty.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
You know. Because I mean, you're right. Nobody knows.
Nobody does. Nobody
we're
does.
all practicing
But the ones that are just constant doomsday. Okay.
We got it.
know it's bad.
Yeah, we got it. All right, we're practicing our safe distancing. One of the sports that you can really do, aside fishing on a boat by yourself with Captain Kevin Broussard, is golf. We're struggling because we don't have enough golf courses open.
You're right.
I'm not complaining, but kind of I am. All right, this is supposed to be Masters Week, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see replays of Masters.
Augusta.
I've got to throw this out there, guys. I can give you probably 8 right now, top of my list. Top Masters memories ever.
I know of one right on the top of my head.
I bet it's Tiger.
No, it's my guy, Phil. Remember the shot that he hit?
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. What was that on 15? No,
he hit, who could hit that shot? Seriously. Who could hit that shot, man?
Who would be dumb enough to try? Maybe he and Sammy Ballesteros.
Look, I got to be selfish.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to go a couple of years ago to a practice round. I
remember you went to that. I remember.
I dragged the wife to the 13th
I remember.
hole, and I stood there amongst those pines, and I pretty much nailed
To
it.
see.
And I said, now, Melanie, think about it. The ball's sitting here on the pine straw. Look at that hole, 200 and whatever.
How do you hit that?
Over the water, right?
Yeah.
In the trees. I'm in hog heaven. And she like, what?
What are you talking about, Rick? What are you talking about? Yeah. Wow, Rick.
Funny, I'm a little off changing the topic, but anytime I can remind you guys that I once played Pebble Beach, I like to bring it up.
Yeah.
And of course we had one caddy. We had but you have a caddy there to help you around the court. I mean, your bags are on the cart, but you got a caddy. We played 17th hole, and the caddies there are ready to, because the pin was way up front the day we played. They said, I know y'all want to go. I'll take you back and show you where Tom Watson chipped in.
Yeah, come on now.
Cool.
But the caddies are ready for that.
And when you can see it and visualize the shot, it really does.
It does. It does.
TV doesn't do it justice.
I'll go one back. It was when we went to the Houston Shell Open one year, a guy by the name of Brooks won it. That may be going back a few years. He hit a shot, I think, on 12, or was it 11? If you don't play golf enough, you don't even take that shot. You don't even hit that shot. Okay.
A couple of them, all right. And I try, I don't want to be overly negative. Jack Nicklaus, 1986.
Yeah.
the Chargers. It was in an airport.
It's tough to beat that one.
I mean, the back nine by the Golden Bears.
Yeah.
To win it at 46 years
Yeah.
old. But, okay, on the negative side, Greg Norman.
Yeah.
6-shot collapse. I remember watching it. I'm thinking, please,
Yeah.
don't do it. I mean, it was the shot.
It's a car
shot
wreck
after
Yeah.
shot after shot. And Nick Faldo won it. And, of course, to me, Larry Mize. Who did he beat?
Yeah.
Greg Norman.
Greg
On
Norman.
the miraculous chip.
Wow.
There's just a
Wow.
few. What do you got? Memory.
Give me your best, Scooter. What you got?
I would go with Nicholas.
Yeah.
86?
That year, that back nine of that
Yeah.
year.
Remember the putter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Who was calling that hole? Vern Lundquist
Vern
was
Lundquist,
calling
yeah.
that hole.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he held that putter out like that and he made it.
Yeah.
You know, Nicholas and Arnold Palmer, but you know, you have to maybe go back to our generation of say the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
Think about Seve, the late Seve Ballesteros,
Yeah.
and what
Yeah.
he did, and of course, Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, yeah. Yeah.
Winning it as a kid by what, 12, 13 strokes?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
remember, it seems to me, Tiger in the Masters is more about dominance than,
Yeah.
you know, really
Drama.
exciting.
Yeah.
you
Now the
know,
putt.
one-on-one
I don't know what
matchup.
hole it was. I don't even remember the year.
That
Remember
was
the putt?
Vern Lundquist there.
Again?
It was 16,
Yeah.
It was 16
The
again.
putt stopped on the hole.
Yeah.
Right
And
where
he
you
fell
can
in.
see the Nike logo.
Yeah.
Oh, let me bring you something.
That was.
quick. I said we
Yeah.
only got a minute left. You know, we announced today the Masters is moving to the second week in November,
Yeah.
I think it is.
Autumn in Augusta.
That's going to be a crowded fall calendar.
Big time.
Everything is trying to move there.
Big time.
Couldn't some of these golfers, U.S. Open, I think, is September.
Mid-September.
Yeah. Couldn't they try to do Tuesday, Friday tournaments?
You've been talking about
They're
that,
not
Scooter.
gonna do that.
You've been talking
You're gonna
about that,
bump
doing
against
that.
it. College football, NFL comes back on time.
And you know when you look at the Masters, you know it's just a weekend deal because everybody's at home watching, waiting to see what's going to happen.
Or
you know,
they get with the NFL in particular, or maybe college, and move some games to the late morning and give that window to the Masters, that late afternoon.
Whatever.
You gotta remember,
Whatever.
It's going to get darker a lot
Good
earlier
point.
It will.
in November
Exactly.
than it does.
Exactly.
It will.
And the
It
Masters,
will.
they end it pushing 8 o'clock sometimes.
It
You're
will.
right about that. Great show.
As always.
Guidry, Hobbs, Cerro, thanks to Captain Kevin Broussard for
Enjoyed
jumping in
having
and
him.
having fun with us. Have a safe week. Keep your distance and keep washing those hands. We'll see you
Yes.
next time, everybody.
SoundOff 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 4 Monday through Sunday nights at 9. Post your questions and comments for the guys and access our website and our great advertising partners at SoundOff60TV.com.